Hey everybody, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. It's astrology time, so let's go. Today we've got it's Thursday, the 22nd of April, so let's go. The moon is in Cancer, and it's going to be void of course at 3:28 p.m. It will enter Leo at 3:41 also in the afternoon, so very, very short void of course. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you riding creative wave? Did you overcome a tech glitch? Maybe. Did you engage romantically, or did you focused on? Or are you focused on family? Well, if you are, carry on. Look, today we have our until the moon is in Leo to enjoy these things and more. So, depends on what you're doing, right? If you're at work, you're doing some stuff, right? Maybe you're just maybe slacking just a little bit, right? That's good for that too. That Taurus season is all about enjoyment. You can work hard for it too, but you also play equally hard. So it's kind of fun, right? So tonight is for a few twists and turns. However, as Venus and Uranus perfect their conjunction. That's that nice word for them being exactly conjunct, right? The astrologer's word for it, perfection. Surprising news is likely for some Taurus areas of our lives. You know, here's a hint though. Don't take it for granted. Venus in Taurus is in the anaretic degree. So is Uranus too, because they're going to be conjunct in there, right? It's going to have us indulging a bit more, or perhaps, especially those of us with a sweet tooth. Try not to be too stubborn either. You risk missing an opportunity. Creativity gets a rather public-facing boost later on as the moon trines Neptune. That's right. When the moon is in Leo and she trines Neptune, you're going to be feeling some of that creativity, right? There's electricity in the air, and today's keyword is electric. The color is a bright yellow spark. We can feel the strain, the desire to push forward, tempered by the presence of Saturn in Aries and the Taurus season. So we still have all those planets in Aries that are just wanting to go somewhere. Mars, Mercury, right? Want to go. Neptune, in there, in it to win it. Changing up our art things and everything like that, right? Saturn going, no, not too fast. That's a good thing because we're in the Taurus season now, and the Taurus season doesn't take anything very quickly. It doesn't operate too fast. What it does do is it's gonna have us be paying attention to some of the demands of Venus, right? Because Venus in that anaretic degree of Taurus, good things to Venus can make us want to nap, right? Have a sister who's a Taurus, loves sleeping late. Changes can wildly affect our financial standing, relationship status, or activity level and food intake. Yes, that's right. For better or for worse. That's Uranus, right? You just don't know. Don't make a mistake and assume where Uranus is going to lead us. That's an important point. Because just when you think you know where it's going to go, it changes. Isn't it funny how Uranus will really vex fixed signs like Taurus? Oh yeah, Taurians have had a hard time for the last 7 years with this Uranus in their sign. Just feeling unsettled, like you're just about there and then you're not, and you're just about there and then you're not. And the same can go for any of the other signs that are counter to this. All the fixed signs have kind of had a difficult time. Now Uranus is entering a mutable sign. And it's interesting because Uranus is a co-ruler of a fixed sign. But in a mutable sign, mutable energy, bring it on, right? Bring it on. We can adapt to that, right? Fortunately, if you're a mutable sign, that's good. What are the mutable signs? Well, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. There you go. What are your fixed signs? Oh, another good question, Shane. How about Leo? How about Scorpio? How about Aquarius? And how about Taurus? Yes. So all of these things, right? Those cardinal things. That's very important. Cardinal signs. We left them out, but you know what the cardinal signs are. It's the ones I didn't mention. Look, keep your feet on the ground, okay, and your head on a swivel. That way you're going to be prepared for whatever's going to be coming your way today and beyond, because, it's going to get kind of a little raucous starting up probably tomorrow, and then I'm not sure quite when Uranus enters Gemini, but it's not going to be very long now, because they're actually they're conjunct in the enter degree, and Venus is going to enter Gemini at 12:03 in the morning. So that's just after midnight here on the East Coast. So look, look, there are no surprises here, just things that we're going to need to follow up on. Now, today's also the second quarter of the moon. What's that mean? Sun and moon are square. So we're heading up to another lunation, a full moon. That's right, the full moon. Now, this full moon occurring in Taurus. Yep, no, it won't be in Taurus. We're in Taurus season. So that means the full moon will be in Scorpio. So that's going to be a very interesting moon as well. So we're going to have to pay attention to what we're doing, where we're at, where we're going, right? And look, the second quarter, it's report card time. We have to assess where we're at, what we're, how we're doing with this stuff, right? Communications just are going to change up rapidly. So whatever's happened before, we've set some things into motion, right? And we've got seedlings that are starting. So we try to keep this throughout the whole series, right? It'd be easy to just look at a day and just go, oh, this means this, this means this, this means this. But it's harder to put it in context and tell a story. And that's what you find that really good readers, chart readers, tarot card readers, divination can weave together a story. Chart reading from astrology makes a story of your birth, and it just brings it to life by as you go through it, because it tells a story. These things always relate to each other, and they always tell a story. And the story that's being told right now is one of a transition from that old energy of the earth and water signs into the fire and air signs. This is the last transformation. Venus is going to herald this a little bit today, because Uranus will be passing into that. And then after that, that outer planet procession is complete. And we won't see any changes in the outer planets until Jupiter enters Leo later on, early in the summer. So, with that being said, Aries energy is still very restless, and actions carry extra weight now that Venus is ready to enter Gemini. This is going to make a small bit of versatility available to us all. That would be good, right? The moon in Cancer is a great place for us to discover what makes us feel safe, what comforts us, and what nurtures us as well. Ties in nicely with those Taurus themes, right? This has been a great theme for the early part of this calendar year, the moon in Cancer. And it will endure until the sun enters Cancer. Bring your creative A game to the dance later on. And Venus will be entering Gemini at midnight. Already said that too. Are you ready for your words to matter? Spoken or written, communications are the key to changes that we are going to be feeling. We're going to tie into this nicely with our event and our birthday, too. Not everyone will step into a new 3D position, but we can all leverage this energy to our benefit. 5D, on our spiritual journey or on our actual side hustle work. Now, change should be a topic of discussion. It sounds trite, but this shift is going to feel rather electric. So, the event is in 1597. William Shakespeare's The Merry Wives of Windsor is first performed with Queen Elizabeth I of England in attendance. There. It just makes me wonder. This comes from diaries. I know it does. There's diaries of people that were there, and they say, oh, I went to Shakespeare's, and that Middle English, middle late English, just that, and the Queen was in attendance. Okay, very good. And our birth is none other than William Shakespeare, born in 1564, died in 1616. He's an English poet and playwright. Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth and Hamlet, and of course the Merry Wives of Windsor, born in Stratford-upon-Avon in England. And that is all I have for you. I appreciate and love every single one of you. Guys, do the share thing. That helps a lot, right? Save it for later. Do the share. Comment. I love seeing comments. I love commenting back. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking. I do comment back just about all the time. The more involved your question or your comment, the more thought I will give to it, and the longer my response will be. So let's sum it up, shall we? Yes, we shall. The color is a bright yellow spark, and the key word is electric. And that's all I have for you. Today's a 6. Happy astrocatting.